17, beginning verse 7. He said, now they have known, speaking to the other disciples, now they have known that all things whatsoever thou hast given me are of thee. Those they knew Jesus came from the Father, he came from heaven, he was part of the Godhead. For I have given unto them the words which thou gavest to me, and they have received them. I thought, wow, they have received it. They have received it. I want to be ready to receive when the Lord speaks. To receive means they've taken it to heart. And have known surely that I came out from thee, and they have believed that thou didst send me. I pray for them. I pray not for the world, but for them which thou hast given me, for they are thine. They're yours. All mine are thine, and thine. Read that again. All mine are yours. And all mine are thine, and thine are mine. And I'm glorified them. There's no separation, no difference. Unified. Unified body. That's what this is about. But here he said, verse 11, and now I am no more in the world, but these are in the world. There's something deep about that. I'm getting ready to leave these. I'm leaving them in the world. I'm going to leave the world. And I'm leaving these in the world. Why? Listen. And I come to thee, O Father, Holy Father, keep through thine own name the power of your name, those whom thou hast given me, that they may be one as we are. That they may be unified. That they may be a unified body. Jesus said, I didn't come to do my will, but the will of him that sent me. I didn't come to do my will, but the will of him that sent me. And he's praying for these, he said, that they may be one. Not seeking their own will. Not seeking their own way. Doing nothing except to please the Father. Not pleased, not trying to self-serve, not pleased in serving the flesh. He said, while I was with them in the world, I kept them in thy name. Those that thou hast given me, I have kept, and none of them is lost in the son of perdition. Scripture, in other words, it fulfill the Scripture as the Scripture said. And now I come to thee, and these things I speak in the world, that they might have my joy fulfilled in themselves. I have given them thy word, and the world hath hated them, because they are not of the world, even as I am not of the world. The world has hated them, because they're not of the world, even as I am not of the world. Scripture says the world loves your own. They're not of the world. Their hearts set on things above. Their affections are on things above. I pray now, look at this verse. I pray not that thou shouldest take them out of the world. I'm leaving them here for a reason, for a purpose. But that thou shouldest keep them from the evil. They're not of the world. He repeated that, even as I am not of the world. Sanctify them through thy truth. Thy word is truth. As thou hast sent me into the world, even so have I also sent them into the world. For what? To be a witness. Sometimes to be despised, sometimes to be hated, but to be a light. He said a city that sat on a hill could not be hid. He said, you're the light of the world. Let that little light shine. Sometimes you think it ain't making any difference. The devil will tell you it ain't making any difference. The devil will tell you, I don't matter. Just keep that little light. Sister Betty had a dream years ago. She was ministering there at the little church up on Silverly Creek, church that her dad had built. She was kind of discouraged. They were thinking about not going, in the services there. She dreamed. She was in this car driving down that road to the church. And she said she was in a snowstorm. She said it was so bad she could barely tell she was in the road. And she had her lights on, her headlights on. She thought, well, I can't tell if it's making any difference. She thought about turning them off. She said, well, they ain't hurt anything, I'll just leave them on. Then this old preacher was with her, Brother Richardson. We knew him. He'd been a minister with her since Betty's dad. We remember him ministering. And anyway, she was thinking about, I can't go any further. I've got to stop. He said, just a little further. Just a little further. Just another curve. But she just feel like she just couldn't go any further. It wasn't no use, you know. He said, just a little further. And she kept it going. In her dream, she recognized the parking lot there at the church. She pulled off in the parking lot. She made it. Now, he said, I didn't want to get you excited. Then he said, I want you to look back. She looked back and there was a busload of people. And she said the driver of that bus didn't know this road. She said the only way he made it was follow your lights. But sometimes we don't realize how much our little light means. Somebody might not make it if we don't leave the light on. Just keep that little light burning. Just holding up the standard of holiness. Just living for Jesus. Like your brother Saunders, just pray on. Sometimes it seems like we get nowhere, but God's paying attention all the time, seeing if you'll be faithful sometimes. Just be faithful. Just be faithful. Just be faithful. Daniel was faithful day after day after day. And it didn't seem like God was paying any attention. But finally that angel came. Laid his hand on him. This is what he said, oh, Daniel, man greatly beloved. Oh, he said, I heard you from the first day. I heard you from the first day. But there was a battle going on. A spiritual battle going on. And if we just hold on, we can win this battle. In our country and in our world, there's spiritual battles going on. And when you hold up the stand, when you hold faith, you're helping win that battle. You may not be able to see it. You see it. But there's another one. Let's keep this thing with you. They're not of the world. Remember, you're not of this world. See, let me explain that. What does the devil use trying to discourage you? The things of this world. When the things of this world try to pull you down, you got to remember, I'm not of this world. I'm not of this world. You got to lift your eyes higher. I'm of that world. I'm of that world. Don't let this world pull you down because you're of that world. Keep your eyes on that world. Keep your heart set on that world. This stuff will all pass. You know, things happen sometimes that are, you know, disappointing. Disappointing. That's true. Things in this world are disappointing. But we got our hope in that world. They are not of this world. Even as I'm not of this world. Remember where your hope is. Remember where your hope is. If it's here, it's a vain hope. But if your hope's in that world, then it's eternal hope. It's an eternal hope. So the people that live from the hope of this world are going to have a lot of disappointments. But the people that live with their hope in that world will have a lot of joy, a lot of peace, a lot of glory, a lot of victories. They are not of this world. Even if not of this world, don't forget.